Worried about gout? Check out Ural, the effective urinary alkalinizer for gout.
Good evening, I'm Prasad and this is KiniNews. There's trouble for Harapan in Bentong after DAP dropped incumbent MP Wong Tack to field a younger candidate. However, Wong does not want to budge. Fortunately for Harapan, there's more than a week before nomination. Can a deal be struck by then? Or has Harapan already lost the seat weeks before a single vote has been cast? Especially with BN set to place a heavyweight from MCA in that seat. All eyes are on the Bentong seat as incumbent MP Wong Tack is set to clash with Harapan after being dropped by the DAP. In a press conference today, Wong said he will be contesting under the People's Ticket.
I'd like to announce I will stand in Bentong under the People's Ticket. As announced, the DAP has decided not to field me as a candidate for the Bentong parliamentary seat in the 15th general election.
Earlier today, DAP Secretary General Anthony Loke announced that Yong Shafura will contest against the former MCA President Liao Thiong Lai. Liao defeated Wong in 2013 but lost to him in 2018. Speaking at a press conference after announcing the candidacy, Loke said he believed Yong Shafura is a viable candidate in Bentong. Loke said the party had offered Wong to be fielded in Cameron Highlands, but he did not agree to it.
We also have no interest to play political games, particularly party politics. The people are not pawns in the games of chess. Over the past 4 years, I have diligently carried out my duties as a Wakil Rakyat for the people of Bentong. Bentong is my hometown. I remain committed to continue to serve my people.
UMNO has been accused of using Tommy Thomas as political ammo against Pakatan Harapan in GE15. However, DAP is not taking the bait. DAP is confident that Harapan will not fall into Ismail Sabri Yaakob's trap by commenting on the Tommy Thomas Task Force report. Commenting on the matter today, DAP Secretary General Anthony Loke said it was clear that Ismail Sabri was trying to gain political ammo from the issue.
We know very well that they want to turn this as a political issue for them, as a political capital for them to capitalize for this election. I think we will not fall into the trap. If there's any case, the police and the authorities should investigate.
A task force probing Thomas' book had recommended that the former AG be probed for sedition and breaking government secrecy laws. The task force also suggested that Thomas interfered in judicial appointments. Following this, Ismail Sabri ordered enforcement agencies to investigate further the various allegations made in Thomas' book. Yesterday, the caretaker Prime Minister said Harapan's muted response on the issue suggested they were guilty. Loke said there was no need for Harapan to speak on Thomas' behalf. Meanwhile, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad finds it strange that while Tommy Thomas is being probed, another ex-AG isn't, Apandi Ali, the man who cleared Najib. Former Prime Minister Dr. Mahathir Mohamad has questioned the lack of action taken against former Attorney General Apandi Ali. Mahathir said this is over his alleged abetting of the multi-million 1MDB scandal. In a video shared on his Twitter, Mahathir described the matter as strange. He added that Apandi made mistakes when he was Attorney General before Tommy Thomas. He explained that the mistake of releasing Najib Abdul Razak from any legal action clearly points to Apandi being involved in covering up the 1MDB scandal, given that Najib is now in prison. In 2015, Apandi took over the Attorney General's position from Abdul Ghani Patail and stayed in the position for 3 years. Thomas replaced him in 2018. Mahathir cited High Court Judge Azima Omar's May 23rd written judgment that rejected the former AG's defamation suit against DAP veteran Lim Kit Siang. Mahathir said Azima concluded that Apandi, among others, is a person who does not speak the truth and failed to perform his duties as Attorney General. Mahathir further claimed Azima in a judgment also expressed the court's disgust at how despicable Apandi's contradicting, evasive and fraudulent statements were. UMNO is counting on Perak to reject Anwar Ibrahim, with one leader claiming the PKR president has done nothing for the state. UMNO Supreme Council member Shamsul Anwar Nasara has called on Perakians to end the political career of Anwar Ibrahim in GE15. In a statement on Facebook, he said Anwar has done nothing in Tambun Perak and is not an asset that must be handed a victory. He added that GE15 is the best chance for locals to end his political life. This came following Perak Harapan chairperson Mujahid Yusof Rawat's remark that Perakians were lucky that Anwar will be contesting in this state. The Amanah Vice President reportedly said this is because the state has never had a lawmaker who had gone to become Prime Minister. Shamsul further reminded that voters should not only cause Anwar's defeat, but that of Bersatu's as well. He added that UMNO is confident that a three-way contest will benefit the UMNO BN candidate. Shamsul also said Harapan leaders are always changing the constituencies they contest in as they do not serve their constituents. Anwar has hit back at critics for calling him an outsider. In fact, the PKR chief says he spent more than a decade living in Perak, though some of those years were against his will. That's like Najib saying one day he has lived in Kajang because he has spent time in prison there. PKR President Anwar Ibrahim has reminded his critics that he has lived in Perak for 9 years, including a 2-year spell under detention at Kemunting. This was in response to a short video clip in which incumbent Tambun MP Ahmad Faisal Azumu welcomed Anwar's challenge for the Tambun seat with a reminder on how to speak the local dialect. Anwar is set to contest in Tambun as part of Pakatan Harapan's strategy to make Perak a frontline state in GE15. Speaking at an event in Alor Gajah last night, he said he spent 7 years studying at the Malay College Kuala Kangsar, and he also served 2 years detention at Kemunting under ISA. He added that he worked diligently for 9 years and did not go anywhere since he was in Perak. Anwar was responding to Bersatu Deputy President Faisal, who said in his video that the pronunciation of air or water in the Perak dialect is ayo and not ayak like in Penang. It's unlikely anyone watching this right now is in Kajang prison, but in the event BN wins G15, will some people be out of prison? Well, that is not for political parties to decide. Who knows this better than BN's poster boy? Caretaker Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob said the government and UMNO will not interfere in court matters involving any individuals in the country. He said this in response to a question about claims that former Prime Minister Najib Abdul Razak would be given a full pardon if BN succeeds in forming the new government after GE15.
Isu pengampunan adalah kuasa yang di-Pertuan Agong, bukan kuasa parti. Dan saya nak sebutkan yang kerajaan konsisten dengan pendirian iaitu kita tidak mencampur urusan mahkamah.
Ismail Sabri added that Najib's lawyers had also filed a judicial review and it was now up to the courts to decide. He stressed that UMNO does not have the power to get involved and they would leave the matter to the courts and the Pardons Board, chaired by the young di-Pertuan Agong. Harapan may be unlikely to join forces with GTA and PN, but Mahathir and Muhyiddin's people have been engaging in informal talks. Perikatan Nasional has not held any official discussion with Gerakan Tanah Air on working to face the 15th general election. This is according to PN Secretary General Hamzah Zainuddin. When asked about discussions between PN and GTA, Hamzah said there may have been informal discussions between representatives and making inquiries is common in politics now. However, he said the party leadership has yet to decide whether the discussion can be held officially. On Saturday, GTA Pro Tem Deputy Chairperson Mukhlis Mahathir was reported to have said that the coalition has held discussions with certain political alliances on the possibility of working together in GE15. Mukhlis said that the discussions with PN were still at the initial stage, but response from PN seemed positive. GTA comprises Pejuang, Parti Bumiputera Perkasa Malaysia, Barisan Jemaah Islamiyah se-Malaysia and Parti Ikatan India Muslim Nasional. And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.